Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Lots changed since you last saw me. I was preparing for a regional, not doing that anymore. Long story short, I wasn't having enough fun, so I went with a completely different strategy. I'll probably be prepared for the last one, knowing what I know now. Not for the last one, for the next one. But I'll probably be prepared for the next one, knowing what I know now. But I definitely won't be going to Albuquerque on the first. I just think that if I'm going to prepare, I'm going to do it my way. Everybody thinks that. All of my friends think that there's a certain way that you should prepare for a regional, and while I know that they probably have a lot of experience and understanding of what exactly is going to go on, that's not what I want to do. So I'm just gonna again believe that I'm correct in this and just not like completely disagree with their opinion in general. Um, that being said, I have been playing a silly little deck for a while, and lots of people don't think it's silly because of how well it's doing, but I think it's silly because it shouldn't make sense, right? Um, so I'm going to give you a deck profile on the ABC Horus deck that I've been playing. It's kind of a brainchild of my buddy. Shout out Jonah. Jonah came up with the idea. He took it. I took him to a locals, right? One that he'd never been to before. And my boy, halfway there, like at the turning point where it's like now we're too far to go back and get it. He goes, "Oh no, I forgot my deck." I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me, bro." So what we ended up doing was we took like an amalgamation of ideas and we mixed it together, and he took second place with it. Um, he's going to be far more experienced of a pilot for the ABC Horus deck, the ABC part in general. But I think with the ratios that I have, I've kind of ironed it out and put it together. I've taken fourth place with this deck twice now, which isn't to say that that's incredible, right? But against the kind of people that I play against, like I outlasted some incredibly talented Yu-Gi-Oh players, and I'm not that good, which means that the deck carried me, right? Logically. Before we get into it, please do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below anything that you can think of throughout this video. I'll give you some ideas. But I found out recently that engagement kind of matters more than the actual amount of subscribers. But at the same time, like you kind of want both, right? If you could do me the huge solid, I'd be ever so grateful. And also, don't forget to stop by and pick up your mats at Chainlink TCG. They've agreed to sponsor me. They're an incredible company. They're sending me one of the Dragon Ball Z boxes, and I cannot wait. I've been waiting so long for it, and now now that the wait is over, I'm about to cry because it's here, you know. So anyway, Chainlink TCG. I'll give you the link in the description. But anyway, I'm about to jump into the deck list for ABC Horus. I'll be doing extra deck, main deck, and side deck because it is kind of a little bit important. So I'm going to change the camera angle here in a second, and then we'll get in onto it. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started with the main deck. I play a fairly standard ABC package, I would say. I play 2A. A isn't anywhere near as important as 3B, right? You definitely want 3B. B is your searcher. You can full combo with just B, right? If you have Union Hanger, B will get you everything else, right? 2C, again, super standard, right? Nothing crazy here. I do play one Union Driver. You need it. Whenever you use Union Hanger, you always want to equip Union Driver. I found that out the hard way because when you use Union Hanger, you can't special summon. And I keep mentioning this card. I play a 3 of Union Hanger. Union Hanger will search you if you don't have it in hand, obviously. Union Hanger will search you B, and then B will, when you normal B, you will equip Union Driver. Union Driver will banish, and then you're more than likely you'll equip either C or another B, depending on exactly what you have in your hand. 2, unauthorized reactivation. Unauthorized reactivation will unbreak your hands like crazy. When I was first deciding that I wanted to play it, my buddy Jonah had mentioned that to me, and he's 100% correct. You need 2 unauthorized reactivation. You shouldn't play it without it. He had to, and he still took second, but you really shouldn't have to. Next, I play a very simple Horus package. We're looking at 3 Imseti, right? You always have to play 3 Mseti because 3 Mseti will start the whole thing for you. Never go under 3 if you can afford it. I play one of each of the other ones, and I'm setting them down in order of importance. Whenever I get my King Sarcophagus, the first one that I send usually is Duamutef, because Duamutef's effect is cool, but these two are a bit more useful, I think. If you can get Duamutef on the field with something like Canopic Protector, I'll go over that here in a second. You want to, but Duamutef is a very good card also. It's just his effect is second to these, because these will keep you alive, and this will actually kind of extend your combos. I play 3 King Sark. Lots of people say you should play 2. In this build, you can't. You should play 3. You should be playing 3 because if you see A, B, and C in your hand, this is A, B, C, and this in your hand, you're already going to, like, it's already going to be a whole lot of interaction and stuff once your board is set up, that it's not going to matter. Like, you want 3. I do play 1 Walls of the Imperial Tomb. This has fixed some of my bricked up hands and got me into full combo. You're gonna see a lot of field spells in this deck, mind you, but Walls of the Imperial Tomb is one of the important ones. I would argue if you don't have Union Hanger or Walls of the Imperial Tomb, you better have something else that'll get you full combo. And then Canopic Protector. I haven't seen a whole lot of people talking about this card, and I think it's because you can't search it. I don't think that matters at all, right? Canopic Protector is crazy, right? It says once per chain, you can special summon a different Horus name, right? Not once per turn, once per chain. So think about that, right? Your opponent, you have 4, and that's from hand or graveyard, mind you. That's from hand or graveyard. So let's say you have 2 Horus in the graveyard, because they Nibiru'd you, and 1 Horus in your hand that you weren't able to get rid of, right? Now you set Canopic Protector. If they do anything, if they do 4 things, mind you, in this deck, if all they have to do is 4 things, right? They have to search once, and then activate a monster effect once, activate a field spell effect once, activate whatever they searched effect to special, right? That is all of your Horus monsters on the field now. Why wouldn't you? This is such a crazy good card. I think you should play at least 1. If you want to substitute this for another Walls of the Imperial Tomb, I get it. I just think you're incorrect. I'm playing the World's Smartest Therion package. I've got 2 Regulus and 1 Discoliseum. There's another field spell. Regulus is really good in this deck for 2 reasons, right? Number 1, it's target to equip a machine monster. None of the machine monsters' effects to special themselves are once per turn, right? None of the effects of those cards are once per turn, mind you. So if you want to search 6 times with B, that's why that card is busted, right? But the Regulus, like let's say you have King Sark and B. You use King Sark to send B to send something else. You use Regulus to special itself to equip B. You use B to special itself, and now you have a B on the field and an Omni Negate. And you can, I don't know, special Mseti, link it off, and then get another ABC piece, right? Regulus is really good for a couple of reasons. Going into the tech cards, I do play 2 Rev Synchron and 1 Tuning. The reason I went 2 and 1 is because I side this out, right? Every once in a while, I will side this out. Usually, if I can tell that my opponent's got something that I need to worry about, I'll side this out. You use this. Let's say you get Union Hanger and this in your hand, right? You use Union Hanger to get B. You normal B. You equip B with Union Driver. You equip B with B, and then you synchro 7 into Ancient Fairy Dragon and pop your field spell and special whichever one you want after you send both Bs and you draw and you search for 2, you get your Ancient Fairy Dragon and you use Ancient Fairy Dragon to special one of them, right? Anyway, I'll do a combo guide, that way you can see it. But the idea behind this is you want these 2 in hand and you want to be able to search it, but you don't necessarily have to have it, right? This is really good utility. It's not necessarily going to make or break your plays. If you see Rev Synchron and Union Hanger, you will not only have Nibiru protection, but that's only 2 cards, right? Your other cards can be basically whatever. So this is really good, but not necessarily necessary, right? I do play 1 set rotation. I play a field spell specifically for set rotation, but set rotation goes crazy in this deck. There was one time that I got Union Hanger, set rotation, and Rev Synchron, and I ended up with like I obviously with Regulus, right? I ended up with a little bit of every single one of my engines, and then I also ended on like an Appaloosa, an Omni Negate, 2 Horus monsters, an ABC Buster Dragon, and it was like I was like, I can't imagine anybody getting through this unless they had Dark Ruler no more. So the field spell that I play specifically for set rotation is Chicken Game. Chicken Game is hilarious, dude. Like, when they see Chicken Game set, their instinct isn't, I'm going to activate it and then get rid of it. Like, they want to use it, you know what I mean? Which means that it will be there on my turn, which means that I can use it. So I actually genuinely love Chicken Game for this deck. It's funny. I play a total of 12 hand traps. I have gone back thanks to my buddy Javi. Shout out Javi. I've gone back to playing 3-ofs for some of these, and some of them you're like, why are you playing at the 2-of? But it's because I'm secretly playing them at a 3-of, right? It'll get explained in a bit. So I play 3 Ash. I don't like it, but it's right. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to compete at a higher level, I got to stop being silly and start playing it at a 3. 3 Forbidden Droplet. This card is bonkers. Like, I love stuff that says that you can't respond to it, and Forbidden Droplet, like, I can't tell you how many times I'm like, you know what, go crazy and let my opponent sit on their full board and then just like in one card break the whole thing, and it's like, well, you can't respond to it, figure it out, right? 2 Ghost Ogre. With all the field spells being played on your opponent's side, and now with things like Shining Sarcophagus and all that, like, Ghost Ogre's kind of, it's a pretty good card. I think you need it. I play 2 Imperms, and you're like, well, why do you play 2 and not 3? Because I do play 3 secretly, like in a backwards sort of way, right? I play 2 Triple Tactics Talent. Same thing. I'm actually playing 3. I use Thrust to search them. But the reason that I went with 2 and 2 and 1 instead of 3 and 2 and 1 is because if I already have talent in my hand, I'm going to search the Imperm. If I already have the Imperm in my hand, I'm going to search the talent. And if I have a card that I side deck that's kind of important, if I have both of those already, I want to search the Union Scramble, right? So at the end of the day, this is the correct ratio, in my opinion, for what I'm trying to accomplish. And so far, after Javi taught me how to side deck, like, I've been doing incredible. So this is the right way to go, I believe, and I firmly believe that if you build this exact deck, you'll see why. That's the entire main deck. I'm scooting on over to the extra deck. The extra deck is like, there's a lot going on. So when I do the combo video, I'll explain a whole lot of that more. But the first couple of cards are the boss monsters, right? ABC Dragon Buster. ABC Dragon Buster will discard 1 and banish a card on your opponent's side of the field, right? Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But yesterday I was able to get rid of one of my opponent's their continuous spells, and that ruined their whole play. I've been getting rid of field spells. I've been getting rid of boss monsters that aren't Omni Negates. Like, this has been putting in work, right? On top of that, it's got a second effect that my opponents never read. It'll tribute itself back. So it's a contact fuse, right? It'll banish A, B, and C from your graveyard to special itself, and then it can tribute itself to special A, B, and C from your banished. There's a neat little play that I came up with, I think. I'm not sure if anybody else has been doing this, but there's a neat little play that I figured out that will that comes in super handy. So when you do that, and I'll explain that here in a bit. I do play Platinum Gadget. This will unbrick hands like crazy. If you get just B and what's it called? Unauthorized reactivation, you normal B, you equip B with Union Driver, you equip B with another B or something, You special that one, you link the two, and now you're basically guaranteed an Appaloosa, you know? So that's a really good pairing. You definitely, if you're playing ABC, you need a Platinum Gadget. IP is the card that I was talking about. A couple of times yesterday and a couple of times the day before, I used ABC Dragon Buster after using the Banishing effect. It was Chainlink 1 IP, Chainlink 2 ABC Dragon Buster, right? Dragon Buster will bring back the 3. IP will link after that. The link will resolve after that. So you can either go for your Underworld Goddess or your Appaloosa or your Underworld Goddess, right? I did make a mistake yesterday and I did Underworld Goddess instead of Appaloosa one time, but the sheer, just the look on my opponent's face when that happened was crazy. I loved it. I'm a big person for like moments because I'm a pro wrestling fan. Like any spots, right? I'm about it, right? So that was really fun, and that's something that if you set up an end board like I set up an end board, you want to be doing it. SP mandatory, you know. I hate to say it. I still don't think it's all that good, but it has gotten me out of a couple of binds, so I kind of understand it. Then in our synchros, we've got Ancient Fairy Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, and Crystal Wing Dragon, right? I have yet to go into Black Rose Dragon. I haven't come up with a situation where I would need it, but Ancient Fairy Dragon, anytime I have Rev Synchron, I make Ancient Fairy Dragon. And then you use Rev Synchron's effect in the graveyard once you've made your Ancient Fairy Dragon to send the top one, get it back. It becomes a level 1. You make Crystal Wing Dragon, and you've gotten a Bureau Protection within 5 seconds. So these two are very important, and I really like them. I haven't found a use for these two cards yet. Starting with the XC's cards, as you can tell, my deck doesn't care at all about Dimensional Barrier, so that's super nice. Time Thief and Abyss Dweller. I think I would make Time Thief blind going first if I had a situation where I just had two of the ABC parts on the field, and I'm like, I need to get them in the graveyard. I'd make Time Thief. I'd banish himself to put the other 2 cards in the graveyard. That way I could make ABC Dragon Buster. And then when he came back, obviously, standby phase, steal a card. Every single time I play the game, a game with this deck, I end up making the Zombie Vampire. The Zombie Vampire is super, super important in this deck. Always digging for more cards, and then you literally just link it away because it doesn't matter. You know, once it's done its job, it's like, I don't even need the beat stick. Like, get it in the graveyard, doesn't matter. Buzz King is a really good option in this deck. I haven't seen a whole lot of players playing Buzz King, but I think like more people should. Not only is it a time card, but also removing one from your opponent's extra deck, like, get rid of Access Code Talker, get rid of their Appaloosa, get rid of their SP. Like, there's so many things that you can hit with this. It's kind of like, who plays more than one Appaloosa? Like, crazy people, right? So just do that. And then number 90, the reprint for that came in super clutch. Like, I needed one so long, but I was not paying $100 for it. So that's the extra deck. And we're going to round it off with the side deck. I have 2 Nibiru's. Nibiru's pretty strong in the new format with the banning of Baron and Borreload, but I don't want to have 2 in my hand, so I definitely continue to play 2. 2 DD Crow. DD Crow hits a lot of decks, so I picked DD Crow. I'm always scared of Tearlaments, and so DD Crow is like the reason that I play, or what's it called? Tearlaments is the reason that I play DD Crow. 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Same thing as Ghost Ogre, field spells, Labyrinth decks. I don't know, man. Like, basically anything that would be construed as back row, you got to respect back row. 2 Herald of the Abyss. I am not excited for Pearly to come back. I have a feeling that it's going to, and the Herald of the Abyss is going to stay in my extra deck until I'm proven incorrect. Harpy's Feather Duster. Again, you kind of just got to respect back row decks. Dimensional Barrier has been putting in work for me. Again, back to the pro wrestling spot thing. when a branded player hears me call fusion with dimensional barrier, usually it's just like, okay, next game. So that's nice. Solemn Judgment. I happened to pull the QC out of the rarity collection. The only reason that I wanted a QC wasn't even for this deck. It's for my Punk deck because I'm max raritying it. But I like that's really nice. And also because it's a QC, they can't respond to it at all, even if they have another Solemn. That's not true. Don't listen to me. But I love this card. I love the art and stuff. And your life points nowadays, life points don't matter. Like it doesn't matter because people will fold if they see that you can win, and you never really use life points. So Solemn Judgment's the way to go. One evenly matched. It's another thrust target, you know, and then also like these two are thrust targets, but I actually want to see these knowing what my opponent plays. One Union Scramble because this does the same thing that ABC Dragon Buster does, but if they deal with your ABC Dragon Buster, then you have a second option to get all three of them out of your banished zone. And then Gaga Cowboy for time. Like, we all know what I'm doing there. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. So that is the end of the deck profile. If you guys give me enough likes, give me enough comments, I will do a what's it called? I'll do a combo guide for you if you're super interested. Or even if like 2 or 3 people are like, yo, I need to see that combo guide, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I wanna make sure you guys enjoy what you see. But this really got me out of the funk that I was in when I was preparing for the regional, and my buddies are like, you should take that to the regional, and I'm like, yeah, but I already told my wife that I'm not going, so it's too late. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a bunch. We've already crossed the 100 subscriber milestone, which I'm so happy about and so thankful for. Shout out to Sun City Games. On Tuesday, it was a couple of days ago during the filming of this, but I went to my locals and everybody found out that I was in Top Cut, and they were freaking out because I never make Top Cut. Everybody was so excited and they're like, come on, Josie, you can do this. And the amount of support that I get from the guys down at Sun City Games and the team for the store and just in general the community that's there, it's incredible. And they almost made me cry on Tuesday, and I'm a grown man, so that's unacceptable, but it was really heartwarming. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next one. I finally figured out how to do that thing where they put videos at the end of the video. They put the little boxes that you can click on. So I'll put up a couple of videos for you guys to see, and thank you guys for watching.